The law of attraction, the thing you love to talk about, but you have no idea how it really works. I never understood it either until about 6 months ago that I really immersed myself, though I've been studying it since late 2013. Today, I'm going to talk to you how the law of attraction actually is going against creating the goals that you want. And if you understand what I'm about to share with you today, man, get ready for a delicious day because you're about to make your life the way you want it and desire it right now. This is the ME Show.
I've been caught up since the day that we met, and you haven't seen the best of me yet. There's nothing like you and me together, and your eyes have been so hard to forget. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. It don't matter how much time it takes. I just can't give up. Whoa, I just can't give up. Can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up.
What's up, everybody? Ali Midawi here, your strategic partner with a brand new installment of the ME Show. And today, I'd like to talk to you about this concept of the law of attraction. And if you understand it from a practical standpoint, not a motivational rah-rah, I watched The Secret one time and I'm going to tell you all the things that I learned. No, I'm literally going to break it down to you into pieces so you can understand how it is not in your favorite if you don't understand these four elements that I'm going to share with you. So first things first, let me know where you're chiming in from if you're watching live or on the replay. Definitely let me know if you're an entrepreneur and or if you're not. Regardless, this information is going to help you. And the reason I am 100% solid because I've transformed my life over the last couple of years, and many times I did it without understanding why, but I really, really get it now. And I get why things happen good and why so not good at times. So the law of attraction is one of the laws in this universe that we live in, and it is an irrefutable absolute law. In other words, whether you like it or not, it is in work. Just like a traffic light. You might not like that one traffic light. Man, I hate this traffic light. It always stops me. It always gets me. But you're always stopping, whether you consent to it or not. You believe and you stop right then and there, right? Otherwise, there will be consequences to you and maybe even to others, whether it's a ticket or harm. So based on that, there are four main principles. And by the way, the law of attraction is a sub-law of law of vibration, which is a much advanced lesson, which we're not going to talk about today. But the law of attraction has four main elements that go into work for your creation. And if again, you understand and comprehend that whether you give your consent to it and or not, everything that you are living and have lived up to this point has been your creation. And you may say, well, I have not created none of the bad stuff that I don't want to deal with and all the bad bills and all the bad experiences and whatever the case may be. And I totally get it. I understand where you're coming from. And I'm here to get into your face and say, by the way, you created every single thing that you have experienced. Now, with that, let's get into the four elements. The very first element is the law of asking or wanting. So it is not about you making it an audible fashion saying, hi, dear God or universe or source energy or higher power, whatever it is that fits your belief system. It is all about genuine, honest, repetitive asking or wanting. The reason that is important is because many times, and that's where the law of vibration really kicks in. Many times what we are wanting and what we are believing is not in alignment. See, I want to, get a brand new Bentley GT Continental 2024 right now. However, if I'm not working hard because I know and I believe if I work this hard, I will get that car because that's the logical time-space reality that we're living in, my belief system isn't matching my wanting. See, the law of attraction has the keyword action in it. So therefore, while you do definitely want it, the belief system has to be in the same alignment. And if the belief system is, well, you're definitely going to do the right steps to get there. See, I know and I believe that I'm going to make an X amount of money this week because I'm working towards it. The law of attraction is just setting up my wanting and my belief system in alignment with the action that's going to lead for the end results, right? There's a point to all of this uh, um, uh, advanced PhD. So you have to accept that though you may say the law of attraction is a bunch of woo woo garbage, cray cray, that's your pure, honest, genuine, repetitive wanting. When you say, man, I really want that car, but it's really, really expensive, that is exactly what your mind wanting and believing is creating. Therefore, your action stays in the whatever space that you are in that's not getting you to that end result. So while you may be saying, I meditate, well, you may be meditating with the wanting, but is the belief system in alignment with that wanting? Are your actions in the same alignment? Oh man, I want to have the best relationship in the world. Yet I go out with the boys to have a drink every single night and I'm not home with my wife, right? The wanting and the believing is not in the same alignment. Therefore, you wonder why you have the fights and the arguments that you have. You have to believe what you are wanting, and therefore you start acting towards it. That's how the law of attraction works from the wanting perspective. The second element is simply the response. See, the beautiful thing about the law of attraction, it automatically gives you what you want, what you say yes to, what you believe in. So that one bill that is bothering you right now, man, I hope I don't fall behind. I hope I don't fall behind. I hope I don't fall behind. Guess what happens? You are falling behind because your mindset is so focused on that you are ignoring the 90% of the greatness that is in front of you that you could have been going towards the right direction. Now, how do you work with that? You don't have to find yourself in a place where you have to control your thoughts and say, don't think about that. Don't think about it. No, 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 no. You create another thought that will suppress the initial thought that you just had. So for example, if I'm worried about a bill, man, like I'm worried about this bill. I hope this bill doesn't go in collection. I hope that, no, 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 no. Let's switch that. Man, I can't wait to make another $2,000 this week so I can clean up everything that I have been dealing with. Man, I can't wait until I increase my income by 10%. Man, I can't wait until an opportunity knocks on my door. Man, and the more you have that thought process, you are aware. Therefore, whenever there is an opportunity in front of you, you take action towards it to make the money. But if you're only worried about the bill, the collection, or whatever that bad thing that you think is going on in your life, by default, your emotion is on the negative side. And if your emotion is on the negative side, you are not in alignment. Therefore, you are manifesting and attracting the wrong thing. You see how the law of attraction can be bad for you? How do you identify if you are creating good or bad? Your emotions. Point blank, period. See, it is only through my emotions that I can identify if I am manifesting greatness or if I'm manifesting things that I don't want to deal with. Because though there are many ways that you describe the concept of emotion, there are two ways that we can understand it. Good feeling and bad feeling. If it feels good, I am creating good. If it feels bad, I am creating bad. That's literally what you got to identify. So I always talk about you got to really, truly meditate. You got to truly put yourself in the right environment. You got to listen, apply what I'm sharing with you right now, because there are three types of people who are listening to this information. And I'm really, really hoping that you're the right one. And listen, no matter where you are, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you that you're doing anything bad. I am what I am and you are what you are. Love me for what I am. Therefore, I will love you for who you are. But I will tell you this. There are three types of behavior that are going when I share this information. The very first one is neglecting it. Like you listen, you're like, makes sense. Wow, you're talking to me. This is awesome, great. And then as soon as we drop, you go back to whatever bad paradigm that you have had. You don't actually take actions. That's the very first one. The second one is to reject. The one that rejects, that's the one that has a sense of resistance. Like, yeah, but no, I don't want to do this. I'm happy with the way I am. And for those who say I am satisfied, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it, that also goes against the laws of the universe, because the law of universe operates in motion. The world that we live in is always moving. Your body is always moving. Your bloodstream is always moving. The air, everything, the light, everything that is around you, it's always in motion. So the fact that you say, I'm okay with it, here is what I'm going to share with you. When you are not moving forward or onward or upward, you're by default going backwards. I'll give it to you in this example. There are individuals, and I went to, my wife and I have been home shopping, and we went to different places and we look and we ask a very basic question, right? How old are the mechanics of the house, the furnace, the AC unit, the water heater, and they would say something like, no, well, we've been here for 10 years and we've never had any issues with it. It's been working great. So here's the thing. That may be the case now, but again, by default, you and I think both know that maybe 2 to 3 more years, because of just the natural organic wear and tear of that product, it'll automatically go wrong. It'll need to be fixed. So therefore, if you're not going upward, forward, or onward, you're going backwards. Just like that person who's like, man, my life is good. My job is great. I'm loving it. And then 3 years later, gas prices hit $5 to $7 nationwide. And they're like, oh my God, I cannot afford what I'm doing. Well, that's because you set on your own comfort and you were attracting stillness. I'm good here. While the world around you is moving, growing, inflating, and moving up and on, you are putting yourself in a bad circumstance. So what do you have to do? You want and desire more. You want that greatness to come to you. It is not selfish. It's self-care. I'm totally good with that. I don't want to be in the comfort zone. I want to be in the growth zone. I want to be in the upgoing zone, in the ongoing zone, in the ongrowing zone. And that, I believe, if you're not in that mindset, you're just naturally going behind. I don't care what you say. You are automatically, naturally, and organically going backwards. Now, the third element of the law of attraction, and that is the law of allowing. The law of allowing is where many of us unfortunately fall short. See, you want and desire it, and the universe says, I'll start to give it to you. You start seeing these small wins and small opportunities. If you're in network marketing, for example, man, I really want to hit diamond. Let's say that's the rank. I really, really want to hit diamond. And then you move up to, manager, and you move up to senior manager, and you move up to team coordinator, and so on and so forth. And the bigger you go, because you set up an expectation that you wanted it done in 90 days, and though you were growing, the universe was giving you the growth that you were believing in. Now, all of a sudden, you're like, man, I only got 30 days to my goal, and I am 4 positions away from it. And your belief system starts to go backwards. You start to think, I want it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want to look bad. I don't want this, and I don't want that. And that means the allowing is no longer there. So the law of allowance states that you are to remove any contradicting thought processes or contradicting environments to the desire or the wanted goal that you had. So for those of you who say, man, I really want that hot car, but insurance is really expensive. The law of attraction started by saying, hey, let's start building that path to that red car. They call it the law of paving, right? Your mindset starts to pave the path to what you want. That's where you get the small wins. And therefore, you say, but insurance is too expensive. So by default, now the focus is on the insurance that is expensive. And now you are in a block. Think about it like this. There's the car speed and there's the tree. Your wanting itself is the speed of the car. The harder, the more you desire, the more you believe in it, the faster that car is going. And then the allowing, or the lack of allowing, is that tree. And the bigger the doubt, the bigger the contradictive thought processes, the bigger and wider that tree is. And then guess what? You get hit so hard that your belief system, to a point that it gets shattered. Now you are, again, attracting negative thought processes. You're no longer desiring the good. You're only thinking about the bad. You're only focusing about the bad. And guess what? The law of attraction creates more of that, because, again, it has no judgment, no bearing, no influence on what you're doing and where you're going and how you're doing it. It only gives you what you are thinking. Point blank, period. That's just how it works. So you have to work on the allowing process. That's where we all, unfortunately, have to, we all have to master. We all have to get good at. How do you do that? Well, by putting yourself in the right environment. I listen to audiobooks at least 4 hours a day. If I'm not on a Zoom, if I'm not talking on a camera, if I'm not on a microphone, on a phone call, or with somebody in front of me, audiobook automatically plays. The last audiobook I listened to was The Teachings of Abraham, and I listened to it for a month straight, every single day, over and over and over and over. I believe it's about 14 hours long for the whole book. And I went back to back to back to back to back. Do you understand why my mindset is so fueled with positivity, so fueled with allowing, so fueled with greatness, so fueled with the genius faculties? Yes, I'm putting affirmations on myself because that's what I know for a fact I possess. I believe that I have every great things within me. I just have to reach and say, I'll take this ingredient and I'll take this ingredient. I put them together and I'm creating the greatness that you see right before you. Now, the fourth element is the law of receiving. See, receiving is when you are genuinely happy, satisfied, in love with who you are and what you have. The moment you reach that blissful happiness, genuine moment of what you have and who you are, and all of the four elements that I just shared with you, exactly how I shared them with you, are in alignment, where you are in the most pureful possible desiring, and the universe says, I'll give it to you. And by default, you are creating more pure thoughts that are allowing it to come to you without any contradictions. And you are genuinely happy. I'm actually really excited of where I am. That's when everything starts to happen. I'll give it to you in the last example and I'll let you go. You know that person who is looking for a job and they're applying everywhere. In the moment that they're so excited, right? Like, man, I really want this job. I really want to have this job. I really want to have this job. And, they go to different applications and different interviews and things of that nature. And, at times the allowing is getting in the way. Oh, I don't know, maybe the interview didn't go so good. Maybe they didn't like how I looked. Maybe I had a bad day in that interview. Maybe. Those are the contradictive thoughts or the ants, automatic negative thoughts. But the moments their thinking process starts to get aligned with their desire, where they're like, I really think this is the one. And then they come back home and they start bragging to their wife or their husband, man, I really nailed it. I mean, it was so amazing. I have a good feeling. I think this is the job that I'm going to tell you. And then the universe gives them that. And automatically they say, I knew I was going to get it, right? Because there was such an alignment all the way above. And immediately after, they start getting more phone calls and more offers from different companies that they thought they never were going to have. Do you know why that happened? Because the allowing and the receiving was so pure, so good, so positive thinking, and so genuinely humble and accepting of where we are, that the desire and the giving was automatically, or the responding was automatically on your favorite. This is why at times the law of attraction is working against you, because you just don't understand it. And fortunately, as human beings, our own ignorance to the facts and the laws that are around us are what gets us in trouble. Just like if you're on the road, if you don't know the law and you're driving, you go through a red light and don't stop, you're going to get into some trouble. It's just the nature of the law, right? Same exact thing. The universe has its own laws, and you can call it source energy, higher power, whatever, universe. I call it God, and I believe that you have to be in alignment with that, because I believe that I'm an extension of that source energy. I'm an extension. We were created in the image of God. Therefore, we were given incredible faculties. And if we accept that and we are responsible with it with humility and allowing it to come into us, the blessings from everywhere start to come onto us. And of course, you just start passing it on to everybody else. And the more you give, the more you receive. I hope that today's message was received with the positivity that I intended it for you to receive it with. Go ahead and share this message. Hit that share button. Tag that person who needs to hear this. That person who always complains to you about, man, nothing is working out good for me. They're going down the spiral. They hear this message. They'll start going upwards on that spiral, and watch the magic happen for them as much as it will happen for you. I appreciate you and I love you. And until next time, peace out, everybody.